Hello and welcome back to part 3 of our championship season. We are in China and we're jumping straight into qualifying, and so we can see what we can do. I'm gonna go on the super softs and hopefully we can get a good run. That was not a good first corner. So if I get this track right, I can do a good lap, but just I find often it's quite difficult to change corners up right and in a manner which is actually fast. This is not going very well. This is a terrible lap. I did some way better laps in practice. I feel like we're absolutely nowhere. Probably going to qualify way down the field. Going 340 kilometers an hour. You're hitting the left limiter, which is never very good. But the straight is so long, you can't really do anything about it. That's always going to be the case. Oops. So what sort of lap is it going to be? What sort of position we're going to be in? P12. Not as bad as I thought it might be actually. That's not too bad. P12 considering the massively wide first corner line that I took. It's actually, yeah, not too bad. Where's my team? Oh, my teammate qualified me for once. Everyone went on super softs. Not too bad. Okay, Mercedes and Ferrari and Red Bull and Williams all in top 8. Oh, well, we'll see what we can do. And it looks like the clouds are coming a bit for the race, which may not be good, especially if it starts raining. Hopefully it shouldn't. It's a 5 lap race, it should be fine. It says at the bottom there, overcast, not ideal, but hopefully we should be alright. The only problem is obviously if it does. If the weather forecast does impact the track conditions, this car's set up for the dry, so we're going to get completely screwed, but hopefully we don't. Hopefully we can actually get to the end of the 5 laps and get a decent result.
Take you through this race is the effervescent Anthony. We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race.
Okay, so let's get going. Let's see what we can do. Hopefully, again, maybe top 8 finish would be good. That's a good start from us. Just try and fly past the McLaren. Oh, that was a bit of a messy pass for us. Trying to get Massa up around the outside. Hasn't quite worked out. Car's a bit slippery. Our teammates coming up next to us. See if we can hold him off. We just hold him off. Yep, that's good. I hate this corner with passion. I always, like 9 times out of 10, I screw that corner up. Got a bit wide there, not helping us. Yeah, I think usually most racing is can be quite slow in that braking zone just there, which can be useful for taking advantage of it. That was a terrible exit to the back straight, and we're gonna get gobbled by a teammate. Maybe not. Actually, looks like we just managed to go at the same place. I can see his front wing, then my mirror. What did you just do? I think he turned into us there. Oop, bit of a corner cut. Am I hurting anyone? Into the first lap. We still got all the bits on the car. Always a good sign. I feel like the setup I got on this car is not quite right. It doesn't quite go around the corners the way I would like it to. I mean, with car setups you can never actually get it ideal for the whole track, because if you set a car up to actually be able to go around the corners as fast as possible, it means you've got more downforce on the car, which means in a straight line it will be slower. If you then take all the downforce off, therefore, the car will be slower in the corners and won't be able to have the grip to go around the corners in the same way. However, it'll be faster in a straight line. So in most cases it's just a question of finding a compromise between the two. But finding the compromise is what is difficult, and it often takes a long time to actually be able to find it, because you'll have to just do lap after lap after lap with just tweaking setups ever so slightly just to find the optimum setup. And obviously it changes from car to car on the grid, so you could find a setup which is good for one car and you do the same track in the same conditions, and you know, it won't work at all in other cars. I mean, well, it's not necessarily it won't work at all, but it won't be quite the same on another car as it is on the car you initially made a setup on. So essentially you'd have to, if you want to do a setup for all the cars on all the tracks and all conditions, you would need let me see how much this is. 22 cars on the grid. Uh, 22 cars, 21 tracks, 2 weather setups. So effectively we'd need 22 times. How many setups is that? That's crazy. I can't work out. I'm terrible at math sometimes. Well, it'd be 22 times 21 times 2, I guess. So it'd be 44 times 21, which is 44 times 2. 88. So 88 in a bit. 890. So before we got 890 different setups you have to do. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, sounds about right. Which, well, this is obviously not very feasible. So you just have to sort of wing it, really, in most cases. Anyway, we're on lap 4 now. Not really making any progress on Massa at all. Bottas is behind us. He's not really making any progress on us either, so it looks like we've a stalemate race so far. glad it is actually a short race, because looking at those clouds, they do look like the type of clouds that would bring rain in a longer race. So I'm not going to complain. Although there's actually some blue sky too, but mainly pretty grey. Actually, it looks quite similar to what is actually outside currently. Well, actually, it's better actually than what it is outside. It's actually worse. It's terrible outside. Oh dear. Bottas has got us, but we've actually managed to get him back by getting a better... Oh, that was my bad. That was actually my bad. It's a difficult corner there, because it tightens up so much. That it's very difficult to actually fit more than one car width around it at once. Especially with these wing mirrors, they're actually not very big. And I will be honest, it's actually a thing, something I just noticed, is the Codemasters have put the HUD right over where the right hand wing mirror is. Which means you can't actually see the right hand wing mirror at all. Hardly, unless you stare down in the corner. Whereas I think in the previous games they had it was slightly narrower, the HUD, for the speed and the gears and the RPM and all that, which made it not so difficult to see. But oh well, all games are not perfect. Kind of rich revs just to ensure we don't lose a position on the last lap. Williams is catching up quickly. I've completely balls it up in that corner. We've got better exit. Who am I going to be able to get him? It's going to be close. I think I'm just going to get him. We're going to get him. No, I'm going to get him. Damn it, that was so close, I so nearly got him. Damn it. That was... that is actually frustrating, it was so close to getting him back on that last corner. What actually was the difference? Who actually won? Hamilton, Rosberg and Vettel. What was our finishing position? Oh, Raikkonen had a penalty, that's interesting. Wow, less than 1/10 of a second that is, between me and Bottas. Well, that is frustrating. That is very frustrating. So let's see for the... is this a standings? Driver standings? Oh, maybe it is, yes it is, yes. So in P9 currently, which is average, I guess. It'd be good to be able to get in front of the Williams, I think. Not sure if we're able to get in front of the Red Bulls, that's maybe a bit optimistic, but 5th, 6th in the standings would be a good target. Whether or not it is achievable or not, I don't know, but we'll find out, I guess, as we carry on. So that's it for today. Next race, I've forgotten again what it is, so we'll just give you a surprise, I guess, and we'll find out next time.